Stylicity.
Welcome back, y'all. My name is Hugh.
And I'm Joy.
And we are back at it again.
With another travel episode.
You know it. So we wanted to put together a quick short video to share our stay at the Gaylord Texan Resort in Grapevine, Texas. And it was such an amazing experience.
It sure was. We were out there at the onset of the holiday season, and they have transformed the space into a holiday wonderland. It was an amazing sight to see.
Oh, yeah. And we all know everything is bigger in Texas, and that undoubtedly includes the Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center.
And just to add on to that, did y'all know that Grapevine, Texas is the Christmas capital of Texas?
Hold up, for real?
Yes. That's
wow.
pretty awesome.
Okay.
So when we say that they do it big at the Gaylord, they sure do. And they went all out for the holidays.
So that's probably why they have to, keep it grand there, because they have all this competition in their city.
Exactly. You want to retain the title.
Wow. Well, another interesting thing is that, it overlooks the beautiful Lake Grapevine and pays tribute to everything Texas on a grand scale. This resort features the 10-acre Paradise Springs Water Park, Glass Cactus nightclub, magnificent accommodations and amenities. So definitely check out their website. Take a look at their photos and reviews to see how amazing this place is.
Plus, also, you take a look at our photos so you could see from a client or a guest perspective, what the space looks like. I know some people want to see like real life photos, just not just the perfect pictures on the website. They actually want to see people who've been there and have taken photos at the property, and just to just give them a good feel of what the property is like.
Absolutely. So, first up, let's talk about the room. I mean, the room was nice, and we were lucky that we had, a nice atrium view, where looking out from our room, the first thing that comes to mind is how massive this place is.
Yeah, it's huge. So the atrium, I would say, is like the hub of the property that it leads to other parts of the property. So it's like the central location where like a lot of the activities are held. There are restaurants within the space, and like right now with the holidays in full effect, it's decorated for the holidays. There are all these ornaments and just artifacts, and it's just pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, looking now, we were able to see the Texas station, the huge Christmas tree that they had over there. You can see people walking around, enjoying their time. You could also see one of my favorite restaurants, Zapole.
Oh yeah, it's an on-site restaurant that has a menu to die for.
Oh yeah, and the other thing that we were able to see from our patio was where Santa was planning to set up shop. One interesting thing that really stood out while we were there. They had 2 toy train tracks set up, and the kids loved it.
Kids? I'm an adult, and I loved it.
I know. I actually saw, some adults in awe, too. And I'm not going to lie, I was also definitely in awe.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
This cannot be limited to kids only.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying this, too.
The train tracks, that whole setup was definitely legit.
Right.
And they had the whole bridge where you can actually walk under, and you can see the train just going right over you.
Right. Exactly. It was great. I actually video called my little niece to show her, and she was just an owl. Like, yeah. Oh, choo-choo train. I'm like, yes, sis. Yes, sis. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And they've set it up to where there's fun for all ages. Whether you're a little kid or you're an adult, there's something for everyone to enjoy at the Gaylord Texan.
Oh, yeah. And you kind of touched on this in regards to the decorations. I mean, the decorations was legit. I mean, when you walk into the resort, the lobby welcomes you with a comfy home feel where you just want to sit and chill until you walk into the atrium. Now, when you do walk in, you can't miss the whole the drapery, fashion lights, and the huge ornaments to go with it. I mean, those ornaments were huge.
Right. Exactly. And the interesting thing is, so this is our second visit to the Gaylord. we were previously there in the summer, and there's a different theme for like every season. But the interesting thing is that it's within a stone's throw away from where we live, but once you get into the property, it feels like you're in some faraway land that's not even in Texas. Like they've set it up to where even if you're on a staycation, it just feels like you're on vacation, like somewhere magical.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, it's every season is different, and the experience that you get during the day is totally different at night. I mean, at nighttime when all the Christmas lights are all lit up, everything just it hits different. It's different,
Yeah.
You all see it, come together with the Christmas lighting, accent lights, and all. I noticed a lot of people who were visiting during the day, so there was a huge surge of people during the day. And I'm thinking, I can't imagine they're just there to check out the resort, most likely the locals. And they missed out on what it looks like at night. I mean, the nighttime experience has a grand kind of feel. I mean, you got to come check this place out. And we were lucky that we came during the summer, because during the summer, at night, at 9 p.m., there is a show, like a 15, 20-minute show that they have, like, on this huge, on the wall, dedicated, to the kids. And around 8:45, 8:50, people are hurrying up to get, a perfect, position in order to be able to watch the show that's actually about to come on. But they didn't have it this time around, but still, it's still good.
Yeah, they made up for it with all the other holiday themed activities and all the lights, and yeah, it's a great place to be in. As Hugh touched on earlier, is that not everyone at the resort is actually staying overnight. Like there are some day trippers.
Yep.
So if you live in the area and you are looking for something exciting to get into, you just Gaylord is just a drive away, and you could enjoy the amenities as much as someone who's not actually as much as someone who is staying at the property. So just food for thought.
And to build on that, if you want to create, if you're a local and you want to create a memorable event, a memorable experience for your kid or your kids or your little cousins or nephews
or yourself,
this is the place. This is definitely the place.
Yeah.
So activity wise, there were a lot of events going on that we had to choose. So based on the fact that we only have 24 hours in one day, we decided to kind of identify which activities that we could go ahead and fit into our schedule. So first up, the ice exhibit. Man, when I say this place was cold, I mean sub-zero cold.
Yeah, they keep it at 9 degrees centigrade, and they provide you with like puffer jackets, but we advise you to actually layer up.
You gotta layer up.
You need your thermal wear, you need your gloves, you need your hat. We didn't take our own advice.
we didn't even know how cold.
So we just running through.
You can see Joy. Joy was freezing.
I'm like, here we done. Let's run through. But it was great. It was definitely, you could tell a lot of thought was put into creating the whole experience. So just to give you a little rundown of what it is, it's ice sculptures of Charlie Brown and his friends.
Yep.
And then there's also an ice bar within that space. So you would like purchase your tickets beforehand before you go into the ice exhibit. You purchase your tickets, and you have the option of buying tickets for the bar as well.
Yeah.
So while you're there, you can warm up with some vodka, I guess, to warm you up or whatever.
Drink some vodka while you're in the sub-zero temperatures.
And then within the space as well, there are like was it snow tubing?
Yeah. Okay, they definitely had the snow tubing, but I don't want to get into that just yet. So yeah, you're definitely right about the ice bar. It was not just a good kid experience; it was also a really good adult experience. Even though
for the ice bar, yes.
Yeah, for the ice bar. Yeah, the ice. Yeah, because the kids can't drink vodka, right? Yeah. So while we were there, so right when we walked in, Joy and I, we looked at each other, and We were both in, and I was like, all right, we got to run through this. We got to run through this. So, we started going through, and as we're walking through the whole exhibit, I mean, the kids were all over the place. I mean, you could just see how much they were loving it, even though it was freezing. Like Joy just mentioned, they did have snow tubing, and we thought about going snow tubing. So we decided to kind of walk closer. We saw the long line, and then we looked at each other, and then we were like,
we're already freezing here,
no,
so
not today.
But yeah, so yeah, just a heads up, just layer up, wear some thermal wear, and so that you don't have to feel like you have to rush through the space because you're freezing.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely, get a beanie, get gloves, layer up like top and bottom and socks. That way, once you've layered up, the jacket is just an additional coat that you might need or you might not need. But yeah, so we kept it moving. We checked out everything else that they had. Man, people were all hanging out, taking pictures, and just absorbing the whole amazement. They had many life-size and even bigger sculptures of Charlie and his friends. I bet the kids would definitely remember the day they actually visited for a very long time beyond childhood.
True.
So, as far as other activities that they had, when we got out, we saw the Build-A-Bear workshop. Got a nice picture over there.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
The carousel ride, they had the Emporium Village where you can buy different products. The Elves Eatery where they sold drinks. The hot chocolate was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. It came in handy after being frozen.
Yeah, we were we were
so
frozen.
We were able to ice out with hot chocolate.
Some hot chocolate.
Yeah.
They had ice skating and gingerbread decorating, which was definitely a really good activity.
That was actually therapeutic, though. Most people think when they hear gingerbread decorating, they think of like, this is a fun activity to do with the kids. But even as an adult, it was just both of us like working on a gingerbread house. But I think it centers you, like it makes you practice mindfulness, which is great as a stress reliever. So as far as gingerbread decorating, that's an activity that we recommend for kids and adults.
Oh, yeah. It's an opportunity where you can build and bond with not, just your friends or couples as well as the kids, because now you're collaborating, you're working together to reach this end goal that, I wouldn't say apparently, ideally you have never really done before. So now you got, you all are ideating and actually executing on, hey, you know what? I want the icing like this. I want, the little pieces of candy to look like this. I want the decor to look like this.
You're creating a masterpiece.
Yeah, so you're working together and you're building something together, which is always fun. So, that was our first gingerbread house. We definitely closed on it. With a really nice low fixed rate of 15 years.
And the gingerbread man was there as we signed off on it.
Oh yeah. We did get some pictures of the gingerbread man.
Yeah.
So Joy ate up the whole house.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna lie, I ate some too. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely a fun edutainment type of activity to do with kids and adults. While we were building the gingerbread house, I looked around and the kids were all in and they were loving it. Other activity-wise, I know they had a fitness room. I think we walked by there, but no one was there.
We were too busy. Fitness can wait for this one weekend.
A lot of people, I can imagine a lot of people don't work out, during vacations, even though I think it's not a bad idea, to get it in for a few minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's great to know that they have it there. So if you do want to work out while you're on vacation or staycation, just know they have a fully loaded fitness center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The restaurants at the Results were malicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the restaurants were just malicious. I mean, they have really good restaurants. I mean, I already mentioned the Texan Station, which is a sports bar and grill, the Old Hickory Steakhouse, River Walk Cantina, which we've eaten there before during the summer, which was pretty good. Like
yeah,
a
we had
style.
a breakfast buffet there.
Yeah, and my favorite restaurant, the Italian restaurant, Zipoli.
And their calamari is probably the best in the DFW area.
So if you haven't eaten here, you need to stop what you're doing right now.
Get in your car and head over.
Get in your car and head over there. If you love calamari, just stop what you're doing, get in the car or get in the earliest flight and get over there right now because you have to try theirs. They have the best calamari that I know of right now in town. Hands down, bow down.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The menu is also on point. I also like the decor, the setup, the seating style that they have there. I mean, the open dining and kitchen area was genius.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And we actually, while we were there, we saw some people hosting their events at the restaurant, that it's a great space for that as well.
Nice chill lounge.
It's
nice, and it's like while you're sitting there in the open area, you're still taking in the whole atrium decor that's on top of you, the accent lights. People walking by looking at you like, oh my goodness.
It's a great vantage point to take in all the sights of the atrium and beyond.
If you're going to go on a weekend, make sure you call ahead and reserve or you'll be waiting in line for a very long time.
Yeah, it's that popular.
It's that popular and it's that good.
So other amenities on site, they have a spa. So, after a day of just hanging around with the kids, engaging in activities within the property, you can unwind at the spa. And as we mentioned, we were there in the summer as before, and they have a water park that's open. When the weather is nice enough for you to be in water, it's open until I think until the end of October. Don't quote me on that, but so that's something to think about if you can't make it out there in the winter and you're thinking of like a summer vacation. Yeah, just know they have a water park that is well known and loved by many.
They have this whole seasonal resort vacation thing locked down.
Oh yeah, they have something for everyone. If you're a summer bunny and you prefer summer activities, something for you. If you're like more into like winter activities,
ice bunny.
Yeah, I know. If you're an ice bunny, then there's something for you as well. So yeah, we love the fact that every season there's a different theme. So there's always something new to experience. It's one of those places that you could go to several times a year and experience something new each time.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So, in all, I'm sure you all have heard and have seen how awesome the Gaylord Texan Resort is. If you ever visit the DFW area or if you already live in the DFW area, you definitely need to check this place out.
Yes, for sure. So, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your support. Please like, comment, share. If you're not subscribed already, please do. And we'll be back with more awesome episodes.
All right.
Happy traveling.
Afro.
Stylicity.